Hi, everyone. My name is Mandy Chang, and I'm from BBC Storyville. Storyville is the BBC's international feature documentary strand, and we look for films from all over the world. We take them at every stage, from the beginning when filmmakers are developing their projects, right through to post-production. And we search the planet looking for the best films, for the best filmmakers. We work with really experienced directors and producers, but also we work with new talent. And that's a really important part of what we do. Our films are challenging, distinctive, provocative, interrogative, human, and they're always excellent. So the festival forum asked me to talk about my lockdown looking glass. And first of all, I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate the fact that people are still coming up with so many fabulous ideas, are doing research on projects all over the world that are provocative, distinctive, challenging, investigative, and making films that, you know, have huge power and tell us a lot of really interesting and important things about what's going on in the world at the moment. Of course, there's been lots of delays, extended edits, the struggle to go filming, and that all has required patience and understanding from everyone, from the commissioners to the filmmakers. But I think it's a miracle that films are still getting made, and it's a testament to the tenacity and determination of filmmakers everywhere to continue to tell their stories and to find new ways of making them. So let's talk about the potentials and the pitfalls. Let's start with the potentials. I think in lockdown, from what I've seen, that some of the new ways of telling stories really excites me. And some of the films I've seen, like Flee, which was at Sundance this year, a refugee story told through animation and the singular voice of one of the refugees who escaped from Afghanistan to Sweden. So powerful, such a unique way of telling this story, and probably the only way that this story could be told. Misha and the Wolves, one of our own films, the mole agent, the mole infiltrating North Korea, Mads Brugger's audacious film, so much secret filming where the main character becomes, who's an ordinary Danish bloke, becomes a spy and goes on a journey of investigation into North Korea's illegal arms trading. I'm longing for more of these. I wanted to see more of these during the lockdown. And, you know, there's lots of fabulous UGC projects, but, you know, I think these are the kind of films that really excite me. And the secret is in the crafting, the secret of making a really great, innovative type of programming. It's kind of about pushing the boundaries more. And I think being in situations like a lockdown encourages that and creates an opportunity for that kind of filmmaking, makes us think differently about how we normally tell our stories. I still don't think form is a substitute for good storytelling, but it is an enhancement. And I'm just encouraging you all to keep seeking and finding new ways to challenge yourself in how you tell your stories, and to enhance the way you tell your stories, and to be imaginative in the way that you tell your stories. And of course, the old ways are as powerful as ever: the observational documentaries, testimonial, films like The Collective, which was nominated for an Oscar this year, or School Shooters, which is a brilliant Danish film, but American subject about the parents of school shooters. Whirlybird, another Storyville. These are all films told in traditional ways with, you know, cachets of archive or really powerful testimonial, and they're just as important as those new kind of boundary pushing, innovative type of films. I think it's a great time to be making films. There's never been a greater time. There's so many platforms. there's such a strong ecosystem of different types of platforms with, varying amounts of money, different kinds of not-for-profit funders and foundations for filmmakers to raise soft money to make their films, and then all the broadcasters, of course, the traditional ways, and all these new SVODs on the block. Pitfalls. As there are many opportunities and many potentials, there's also pitfalls. And, one of the things I really wanted to talk about was that these are dangerous times for public service broadcasters. They're under threat from right-wing governments and big platforms with huge amounts of money. And as ever, they're facing increasing competition and shrinking budgets. But I still believe that there's a unique space for feature documentary slates like Storyville that is absolutely unique to this strand and unique to the other public service broadcasters around the world who we often, we club together often to pool our money and to support the kind of films that we want to see on our channels. Even though it's a great time for filmmakers, I still think we need to be brave, and you need to be brave to support the kind of films that get shown on the public service broadcasters because of their value journalistically, culturally, educationally, and even just as pure entertainment. And that is completely immeasurable. The other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of pitfalls is that, it's very safe for us to stay in our bubbles and not break out of those to talk about the issues that really matter. And it's easy to stay inside your comfort zone. But, I guess for people like me, it's important to reach out to new filmmakers that I don't know and not just kind of hang out with the people that I do know who, come back and make films for us year after year, but to keep reaching out to kind of new talent, especially new talent in territories that are kind of newly emerging territories for documentary filmmakers, places like Africa, India, China, Asia, the Middle East. And, I'm really keen to be working with and seeing what talent comes out of those spaces. And also for me, people like me to reach upwards to our bosses, the people who make the decisions, the people who kind of set the funding, to keep pushing them to provide more funding and more support for strands like this, which are not, they're not the same as drama. They're not the same as the kind of domestic genres, but that international space and that support for the international filmmaking is also really important. And it's just easy to stay in your bubble and not to try and change the status quo. So, whatever area you're in, whether you're a filmmaker, whether you're a festival organizer, or whether you're a commissioning editor, whether you're a funder of some kind of supporter of a film or a foundation, it's important to go outside of the comfort zone and for us all to work together and collectively to see the kinds of films made that we want to see on our screens, and to share knowledge and to communicate with each other, because communication and storytelling is what we're all about. And, I really want to see filmmakers continue to take their films to the public service broadcasters, because if they disappear from that space, the standard of filmmaking will disappear, because I do believe that the public service broadcasters set the gold standard for making documentaries. And finally, I just wanted to say good luck with your pitching and with your films, whatever you're bringing to this forum or festival. I really look forward to seeing them all. I really look forward to hearing all your pitches and to meeting you in the next couple of days. Thank you very much.